Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Suave here. And so we are doing the beer review, and y'all are gonna kill me because I didn't click go live, so I was like recording for like 5 minutes, and yeah. So, anyways, here we are. Let me start over. We're doing the 12 days of beer, and y'all are gonna kill me because I already did this, and I pulled this beer out. This guy came out, and this is the Chasing Dreams IPA. Sorry, guys, that I pulled it out. I'll make sure I hit go live next time. I can't believe I did that. I've never done that before. But anyways, I forgot to hit go live. Anyways, but we pulled out. This one isn't a tall boy. The last two have been tall boys. So, not a tall boy. But we have the Migration Brewing Chasing Dreams West Coast IPA with a 6.8 alcohol content. This is it. The Chasing Dreams. Chasing Dreams. West Coast vibes, baby. West Coast vibes. I haven't taken a sip yet, so I didn't get that far. I noticed that we weren't recording before I took a sip. So I did go ahead and give it a pour already, and this is what we're looking like. So sorry you guys missed the pour on it, but it's an IPA. It really wasn't that crazy anyways. Let's see here. What else let's go over the website again. Well, for the first time for you guys. I already went over it by myself. Anyways, this is their website. Let's go to beers. So, pretty decent looking website. Nothing crazy. This is it. The Chasing Dreams IPA. Our latest IPA is crafted to truly embody West Coast vibes, made with Amarillo and Eldorado hops, sweet, resinous, whatever, characteristics reminiscent of ripe watermelon, peach, and tropical fruits remind us that hard work deserves its reward. Flavor is bold, citrus, and tropical. 6.8 APV, so it's going to be a high alcohol content, which is what you get with IPAs usually. IBU of 44, so this is going to be really, really bitter. That's high. That's high on the IBU scale. Amarillo, Eldorado, Cascade, and Nelson hops, 2-row grains, year-round packaging, kegs, and cans. Yeah, so they do have a pretty nice website. Let's see what other beers they have. They got a pretty good selection of beers, it looks like. I really like the artwork on that one a lot. Love that artwork. Yeah, I've never heard of these guys, so I'm excited to kind of try it. I'm not a huge IPA fan, which you guys are kind of already aware of, but it's all good. We'll get on in there and give it a shot. Some IPAs surprise me. So this Chasing Dreams IPA, we're gonna, as always, go over the marketing, the aroma, the taste, the body, and the finish. So let's start off with the marketing. Marketing's pretty good. The can's like super bland. I mean, they got what, like a gradient on here. I mean, it's a decent gradient. I mean, just orange to yellow gradient. Decent fonts. Nothing crazy. I mean, they got the logo on the backdrop, but yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. I like the artwork on that one can. Their website's pretty good, so I mean, it's average. And I've never heard of these guys, so let's go ahead and do a 6 out of 10 for the marketing. I think that's pretty fair. Aroma, let's dive on in and see what we think. It's hoppy. It's an IPA. Obviously, you're gonna get those hops in there, but I mean, it's not insanely hoppy. It's not like overwhelmingly hoppy. It's bearable. It's definitely less hoppy than like an F5 from Coop. It's got a good nose on it for an IPA. I don't really like the smell of IPAs. I really don't even like the taste of IPAs. They taste Honestly, they taste like weed or the way weed smells. I'm just not a huge fan of IPAs. So I'm sorry if you guys love IPAs. I'm not a huge fan of IPAs, but it's all right. The aroma's okay for an IPA. It's not too robust. It's not too hoppy. It's not too overwhelming. You know, sometimes you crack open a can of an IPA and you're like, woo! You know, that it's yeah, that's a strong one. But this one's pretty mild. It's not too potent. For an IPA, it's got a pretty good aroma. I think aroma 7 out of 10 for an IPA. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and dive on into the taste. See what we're thinking while it's still cold. There's a little bit of that fruit coming through. You know, they said in this that it had some fruits in it. Um, Bold tropical citrus. The citrus is very light. I mean, there is like a smoothness to it. It's definitely probably one of the better IPAs I've had. I'll give it that. It's one of the better IPAs that I've had. It's not too hoppy. And the citrus has really helped mild it down a little bit. It's not overwhelmingly citrus. Peach, watermelon, and tropical fruits. I mean, it's fruity, but I'm not getting a hint of, oh, there's watermelon, there's peach, and then there's tropical fruits. But I've only had one drink. Some of that peach came to play in a little bit more on that drink. Kind of letting it sit there a little bit. The the hops are there. It's not overwhelming, but I mean this thing is a 6.8 alcohol content. And what's crazy to me is the body on it is very good and very light. And it's got a very high alcohol content. And what's crazy is it's like hidden. But I mean, IPAs usually have like a pretty high alcohol content. So that's like where the hoppiness usually lies. It's a super hoppy. You're getting like a super high APV. But this is hoppy and that's where the alcohol content's hiding when you take your drink. But it's surprisingly very, very smooth and very, very. I mean, you can kind of tell. Like, look, it's not thick. It's got a good body to it. It really does. Yeah, that goes down pretty smooth. I would like to try this on tap. I could have this at a bar. I'd have a couple of these. Like I said, this is one of the better IPAs that I've had. It goes down pretty smooth. It tastes really good. Um, it's not too hoppy. Um, it's interesting that it has an IBU of 44 because I've had beers that are way more hoppy than this. You know what I mean? So it's there, but it's not overwhelming. You know, it's not super overwhelming, but I mean, I'm not sure if the if see, you know, it's interesting that some people want to make IPA. It's interesting to make like a very crafty IPA because this has a lot of like good fruit taste to it, but it is masked by the IPAs. I mean, so it's hard to get like a very great balance in a flavor because you're going to have that hoppiness taste that's just really, you know, taking over. But overall, it's got a really good taste. For an IPA, this is one of the better IPAs I've had. I think I'm willing to give it an 8. Maybe a 7.5. We'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not one of the greatest I've ever had, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Honestly, body wise, it's got a very good body. It's a lighter body. It's not too heavy. And for an IPA, it really is doing a good job of holding a good body for it for an IPA. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a 7.5 for the body as well. Um, Finish, it's got a good finish. I'm not The problem with some IPAs is you take a drink and then oh my god, that flavor is just sitting in there. That hoppiness is just overwhelming your mouth for I mean what it seems like a decade. You're like, "Oh my gosh, this is potent," you know? And but it's doing a pretty good job. It's doing a pretty good job of balancing it. it's not chasing me back for another drink just because I'm not a huge IPA guy. More of what's chasing me back for another drink is me just wanting to drink the beer, you know, because I like beer. Yo, appreciate for all. Dude, we had so we're gonna have a lot of notifications coming on right now because one of my short videos are popping off on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen the latest shorts that I've done, go check them out because we got some really good short videos I've been doing. They're kind of like meme. I've done some like meme ones for like Call of Duty, but they're pretty funny. So go check them out. We got a bunch of good content we've been doing on the channel. So I mean, obviously we've been doing these 12 days of beers. We've been doing the 12 days of beers. We've been doing a bunch of different gaming videos. Of course, I go live playing Call of Duty all the time. So if you guys ever want to come hang out and you want to talk beer, you want to talk games, just come hang out, man. I love meeting people and getting involved in the community and we have a great community. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for sure. Yeah, the finish is really good. I think the finish is like really what's highlighting it for me. And I don't mean that negatively. I just mean like for an IPA that says a lot because I hate the aftertaste of some IPAs. Some IPAs I'll drink the whole thing just because I'm trying to wash it out of my mouth. And then get on to the next beer. I'm not a big IPA guy, but this one stands up as probably one of the best IPAs I've had. That is drinkable for me. So that is saying a lot. It is definitely one of the better IPAs I've had for sure. For sure. Let's go ahead and get the calculator out and see where this thing rates. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7.5 plus 7.5 plus... Is that right? Am I mathing right? 8 plus 7.5 plus 7.5. 7 plus 6. All right, a 36 out of 50 is where this thing has finished off at, which I think is a fair rating for it. It's not one of the lower ratings that we've given on the channel, and it's not obviously one of the highest, but I think it stands up as a really strong IPA. It is one of the better IPAs that I have. Honestly, I would still pick the Coop Ice Chest over it. The Coop Ice Chest is my favorite IPA if I was going to pick an IPA. And that's just because like it is not hoppy. Like it's very mildly hoppy. But this is a pretty good beer. Pretty good. All right. Yeah, so the fruit, like, I mean, the citrus is way more potent than the fruit is. I'm just not getting that fruit taste, but the hoppiness is really overwhelming it. Just because it's an IPA, I keep saying that, but that's, you know, it's like I said, it's just unfortunate that I would have liked to see them go another direction with these flavors and not go with an IPA. And I bet they could have like really made like just a good like ale or a good sour or something, you know, but here we are with an IPA and yeah, it is what it is. But not too bad. Give it a try yourself. You guys, if you like IPAs, this might be right up your alley. This is the Chasing Dreams by Migration Brewing Company. If you guys haven't already liked the video, make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you guys are new around here. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow for the next day of beer, and I'll make sure I'm recording so you guys can see me pull it out of the box next time. But sorry about that. Appreciate